Well, greetings, everyone. We're so excited to be here today. My name is Leslie Montgomery, and you are tuned into LKM Kingdom Living Leslie's Lessons Learned. And today we're here with Mrs. Teresa Buxton, which is going to be talking about mindfulness for your mental health. Let's get started. So hey, Teresa, glad
Hey,
that you're back.
hey.
It's been a minute, but she's the world's Miss World Traveler. She always has something going on, but she's free today to be here with us, and we're so excited. And so I'm going to turn it over to you because I don't know what you have in store for us today, but I'm open and willing to hear and learn.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back as I share every time. I love being here. Um, I don't know what it is about this platform. Maybe it's you and the prayer,
Oh,
but yeah, it's always good to be here.
well, we're
So
glad to have you.
today I'm going to talk about several coping coping skills. Um, and everything we do here is a coping skill, coping skill. When I come on, ways to um, manage your emotion, calm your anxieties, things of that nature. And so I ran across a wonderful resource that kind of uses an acronym to put some of those coping skills together. And the acronym is MODES, like modes to cope. modes, to cope. And
Okay.
so it's catchy. So if you stressing a little bit, that's another one that you can remember. Mode. What's my modus operation? Well, we're gonna have a couple
Yeah.
of tools here to use. So when we're feeling stress activated or whatever. So the M stands for what else? Mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
So um just paying attention and being present just un- as an entryway to understanding what's going on with you, how you're thinking, how you're feeling. Or even just taking a breath. Now, these modes most are taking from therapy. I know we hear a lot about CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, um, and and a lot of these are taken from DBT, dog boy therapy.
Hmm. Okay.
And so the D stands for dialectical behavioral therapy.
Hmm.
And what that means is it's based on the concept that we can accept and change or grow at the same time. So accepting, I think I spoke about acceptance before. It's very very powerful, um, because you can't change the way things are. Accepting something doesn't mean you agree with it, but you're accepting the reality of what is right here and right now.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to benefit you to wish and hope things change or deliberate it over and over in your head. Um, Even while you're believing for things to change, facing what's right in front of you right now, um, and being able to change and grow. So that's just a little bit about it. And
Hmm.
mindfulness is a very important part. And so I know I've spoken before about mindfulness not judging, um, a principle of mindfulness is not to judge. So even just being mindful in a situation when you're getting activated, you can honestly say, as we know who says all the time, nothing's good or bad, it's just part of the process. And just even that statement accompanied by a deep breath
Yeah,
can
yeah.
calm you down. So that's the M. O is for opposite action, right? It's a strategy I might have talked about before too. Um, so for example, you feeling a certain way and you want to do something, you have this urge to do something, but you actually do the opposite. So, and I know I bring up my grandson a lot, right? Say I'm angry and I want to yell at him,
Oh,
but we're
I know about that.
we're trying to break this habit of yelling, right?
Yeah,
So you want to yell, and when you're aware that you want to yell, then you do the opposite of yelling. You speak in a soft voice. And you know how they say sometimes if they yelling, that's one thing, but when they get quiet and start talking softly, watch out. But
yeah.
that's an example of doing the opposite. Another example is if you're sad
Mm-hmm.
and you're feeling a little down, the 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 thing that we want to do sometimes is we might want to marinate in that sadness.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
might isolate ourselves.
Yes.
The opposite action is to, I don't know, put on some happy upbeat. Even if it's worship music, you can put on some overcoming music. Things
Mm.
will pull you out of that.
Yeah.
Um, that's a opposite action of, or calling a friend, right? Instead of isolating, take a step towards connecting. And opposite opposite action. Okay, I feel like doing this. Let me not do that. I feel like going in the kitchen and emotionally eating,
Right.
but instead of eating, maybe I should go take a walk around the short block or something. So it's not that life is going to be um, stress free,
Right.
right?
Unfortunately, right.
So having a bag of coping skills, is helpful. So that is opposite action.
Okay.
And so that's MOD is for distraction. And a lot of people are kind of surprised when I say distraction is a healthy coping mechanism. Um, because they're like, oh, I'm distracted. It has such a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But if you're so uh like stressed, just move and do something else.
Okay.
I mean, even though we said opposite action, some of those could be taking a walk could be an opposite action. Calling a, not opposite can be a distraction. But putting on something that is going to have you focusing on someone else, right? I could be the calling a friend, right? Instead of being caught up in where I'm at, getting looping thoughts, then I can distract from that. maybe I'll turn on a funny show, one of my favorite shows. It's not it can, positive things can end up being negative things, right? But if
Yeah.
you're consciously, intentionally distracting yourself for a moment because that's what you need, then that's okay. Of course, we don't want to just be distracted 24/7, but sometimes you just need to stop, take a break, and step away. And so distraction can be good. That's what the D say. Um, E, we talk about all the time, emotional identification. E
Mm.
stands for emotions. Like, how am I feeling? What what emotion is showing up right now?
Mhm.
And as I've said, I know I've said this many times, you name it and just speaking it out of your mouth, naming it, identifying what it is, tames it. Something goes on in your brain, something goes on in your body when you can say or identify this is what I'm feeling. And then that is the E. And then the S is something so crucial, and that is your support system. Having emotional support, a listening ear, someone where you can speak out. I'm having this emotion right now. So that's combined the E and the S, right? Um, it's so valuable and powerful. And I'm reminded of your sister Linda, uh,
Mhm.
who worked in psychiatric hospital. And she said, but for the grace of God, there go I, and that a lot of people there didn't have support. She noticed the difference between the ones that had support and the ones that didn't have.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and so I know for myself, I'm blessed to be a part of many, well, not many, but a community of support and have supportive friends. So it's important to have community
A
and
support
support,
system.
yes, and a support system.
Yeah.
We don't want to always be the support. We need support too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's MODS, and I'm going to look a little further at her examples that she puts down here. So there's a psychologist by the name of Raquel Martin, Dr. Raquel Martin, and I follow her on social medias. She's funny, she's good, um, and I kind of like trust her judgment, kind of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so opposite action, there's no real example here. It's just doing opposite of what you feel like doing. If you feel like yelling, talk softly. Um, not if you and if it's distressing to you, you know, do
Mhm.
um distraction. She said, "Oh, I didn't even think of any of these things other than taking a walk and exercising." I said those, but other distractions. She has dancing, singing, painting, drawing, just doing something.
Activities.
Yes, an activity, to distract yourself, a positive distraction. Um, emotional identification, yes, talking to your friends. The other thing she has down here is what we do often is journal.
Yes. Yes, we do. Every day.
journal Journal your emotions, and then
Mm.
reach out to family, friend, or anyone you feel can help you cope. And sometimes, um, oh goodness, why am I drawing a blank? Uh, the crisis number, is it 988? Why am I drawing a blank? It's not 911. But anyway, what I'm saying is I have a support system, but let's say I'm so stressed, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, there's nobody to talk to. There's the numbers that you can call. Um, Even if it's the suicide helpline that I'm giving now, it doesn't have to be that you're ready to, you know, kill yourself. Um, but you can just be having a
Yeah.
really stressful moment and you
Yes.
to hear the voice of a live person. They have been trained, they'll be there, pick up the phone, and that's it. And again, once you speak it out, that calms it. Having a support system, even if it's professional support. I have a lot of clients who sometimes say, I really don't have anybody that I can talk to, believe it or not. Um, and they feel safe coming. It's not that there's not other issues or they don't have any coping skills. However, just having that supportive, non judgmental voice.
Yeah.
So we don't have, it doesn't have to be therapy, it doesn't have to be professional help. However, it can be. It can be. And so that is modes to coping. Of course, the mindfulness is, the meditation we do, the awareness of just breathing and sitting and noticing what's going on in your body. Um,
Yeah.
I,
Hmm. That's good. I just want everybody to know that I did put the 1212 link in there, but I also put your link in there for
okay.
encouragement, and that before we go off, that you can talk about that, your um, your site and what you do would be appreciated. And so I just wanted to say greetings to those that are here, those that will come in later, and thank you for being here as we go through, what is it, Thursday, mindfulness for your mental health. Back to you, Teresa.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's modes to cope, and we may have heard some of these things before. It's always good to have a reminder, and I have to remind myself as well. I have to remind
Oh,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, any questions or any question from you or any thought about what was shared or um
I think that you've answered it. You said it when you were saying sometimes you have to remind yourself.
mhm.
Sometimes, I don't know why this word, somebody uses this word. Sometimes we get ourselves in a pickle.
Yeah.
And so when we're in that pickle, unless we step back, we'll get caught up. It's like a whirlwind, and you just keep going, or cycling, and you just keep going and going down the down the rabbit hole. And so we do have to revert back to some of these strengths. We have to revert back to the word, resting, resting and allowing Yahweh to really encourage you and speak to you to help you out of these situations. Dancing definitely works. Walking, all the things you put down there, laughter, it is good to laugh.
Mm,
Laugh is such a freedom that comes with laughter, and that a lot of times we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But when we begin to think on good things, when we begin to think on things that make you laugh, it might be something at a funeral, it might be something in the grocery store, it might be something your children have done,
mm,
whatever it takes, and it makes you laugh all the time, or makes you feel better, because laughter is good medicine.
yes.
You know, where sadness dries up the bone,
Mm,
laughter is healthy for the bone. So yes, it's very important that we understand how our bodies is set up. Our
mm,
bodies is set up to when we're in those down places to do activities and do it might be playing a game with your children, a family game or something like that, just to get your mind off of what you're going through. But all these things brings you to a place where you can cope. And you were talking about coping. And so a lot of times we don't know these things. So we just deal with things. We
mhm,
deal with things the way they are, and we don't even realize the impact it is when we begin to medicate ourselves. I said medicate ourselves. When
mm.
we begin to do those things that bring restoration and brings us a peace, because when we're not in peace, everything is chaos. It's chaos in our
Yes,
lives, and we
yes.
can't hear, we can't see, and we're blinded by our situations, and there's always a way of escape. So like you said, even if you're in a space where you need somebody to talk to, that's a
Mm,
way out. Being in a community that's there and have things. I was saying this morning how the 1212 community starts at 4 a.m. now in the morning, and you go until 8:30. You got the 4 a.m., you got the 4:30, you got the 5, you got the 6, then you had the 1212, and then you had the closing with
oh,
Teresa and or either Cynthia. That it is well rounded now.
yes.
Prayer, there's prayer you can call and put in the prayer request. That's a community that is a no judgment community, like you were talking about,
Mhm.
and there's some help somewhere in that community. And then we
Yes.
have the Teresa Buxton's encouragement counseling, where you can go and you can have sessions. Like she mentioned, my sister's also in there, and there's just too many things for us to stay stuck.
Yes.
It's
Ab-
too many things that's available to
ab-
us that will help us to navigate through some areas that we would not navigate through if we did not have the help. So I appreciate the fact that you shared that with us. And what's it called?
Modes, yes. Mode.
Mold. And
MES.
we
Mode.
want to thank Daphne for being our transcriber today, and she
Oh,
put in there mode to cope. It talks about
okay.
M for mindfulness, O for opposite actions. She got them
D.
all in here.
She has
D
them.
for distraction, E for emotional identification, and S for social support system. And
Yes.
so that's well rounded. We thank you so much, Daphne, for doing that. And we
Thank-
want to thank everyone that did take the time out to be here. Now I'm turning it back to you.
Okay. As you were talking, I did hear a few things. So, um, some people are turned off by the word cope, right?
Mm,
Um, because they feel like um, there's something wrong, and I'm just
like
learning how
disability or
to
something.
cope with it. I'm just learning how to manage it. Um, but these coping skills, when you practice over time, it increases your ability not to be so reactive and not to be stressed. We hear words about like capacity and resilience. So it builds your capacity to um to handle more of life's challenges as you practice these coping skills. And it makes you increases your resilience, your ability to come back
Mm,
faster from being activated or being um stressed in some way.
okay.
So don't, be turned off by that word. It's not like, oh, it's putting a band-aid on. A lot of the things we do, it is to get you through the moment, get you back to a place where you can continue to learn and grow and do the things that you need to do.
Yeah. One of the things, and I want you to talk about your what you do, your book and all. But one of the things that comes to mind, and I don't know why I'm saying it's come to mind. We've been talking about it on all month, and it's David. And David went through some hard times, mentally, physically, and he talks about. He says, "I'm overwhelmed." He says, "I feel like I'm in a dark pit."
Mm,
All these things, and it's the human side of us, and sometimes we believe as believers that we're not supposed to express these things, or we're not supposed to have these different emotions and things, but they are real. We do have them.
they
It's
are.
what you do when you have them. And so you always see David re- reverting back to the Father. I remember when you took care of me. I remember how you brought me out, and that helped him to get over the situation. If it was an enemy after him, if it was something on the inside of him where he had to tell his soul, bless the Lord. He said, I
Mm,
will bless the Lord, but soul, I need you to line up and bless
mm,
the Lord with me.
mm.
So the word that you see in the word crisis, people with crisis, Job, we can really understand, and he had crisis. You heard him talk about how he felt and how he, all that he went
Mm,
through. There's
mm.
different ones. Moses
Yeah,
went through and tell the father, "These are your people. These ain't mine. Why I got to put up with this? Why you get, and then the father say, these your people, you brought them out." He's like, "No, they're not. They're your people." So you see the expressions of pain and hurt that people go through, and
yes.
we have to get out of
Uh,
that mindset that we're supposed to be strong, and we're not supposed to let. So then what happens? We're holding this stuff inwardly, and it's breaking us apart inwardly because we have not released it.
mm, mm. Well,
So
every time you talk, I put another little point down.
okay.
But when you were talking about David, I'm like, I can say for myself, last, I guess last month or a few weeks ago, I was going through it. And there, I do have a support system and I do talk to people, but there are some times when I feel like, I'm going through something. I know how to navigate these waters, and I'll navigate having a moment or a season um to myself.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, I have to speak it out. I have to say it,
Yeah.
that going I'm going through. This is how I'm feeling. Um and I did share it with, broader than just one person. I was open about it. I shared it. Um and I named it.
Mhm.
I named it. And when I named it, we hear better out than in. That kind of made space for me to process what it is with God. And so I can testify,
We
yes, to
all can.
rely on your support system
Yeah.
and don't hold it in, and to talk about it with people that you trust. And it was just like you mentioned Moses, and uh,
Him
and
alone.
you mentioned Moses, and because I was like, God, who is there anybody that
Yeah.
felt like their calling was a burden? And
Mhm.
so I'm being very transparent, and
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. And then it's like when I researched just about all of them,
Yeah. Yep.
and the
Mhm.
Moses in
Had him.
particular.
Had a situation.
And I
Yeah.
just, yeah,
Look at Yeshua in the Garden of Gethsemane.
right.
The pain and stress of what he had was getting ready to go through, and
Mm,
how he felt. Um, and but what we've been talking about this week and in Psalms 143:8 it says David says, "Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning." He was like, "I need to hear from you, Father. I
Mm.
need to hear from you." He's like, "For in thee do I trust." He's like, "I trust in thee. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul." He always talked about that soul unto thee. And so it's so important that we do understand how important it is to seek help and to seek the Father while he's there. I'm about to say while he may be found, and thank God we can still find him.
Yes.
Thank God we can still call upon his name. And in that particular script, in that uh, yeah, scripture, um, David let all his feelings out, his
Yes.
brokenness, his unwholeness, didn't know what he was going to do because he was just out of sort.
Mm-hmm.
And, he needed the comfort of the Father. So he was an example of us seeking him while, in the midst of what we go through.
Amen.
Yeah.
When you said what Psalms 143:8, that first line, can you read that again?
Me to hear thy loving kindness
In the morning.
in the morning.
In the morning. And like you
In the
said,
morning.
like, oh God, he's so good. Every morning at 4:30 in the 1212 community, we hear him. That is so powerful. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful to be a part of that community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was going to, there's two things that I thought about that I
Okay.
wanted to share and reinforce.
Okay.
Kind of really don't, it does go along with um, maybe doing the opposite action, but maybe this quote will help you. You can think about it. So, one of the things I heard, and it just spoke so loudly to me, and I share it all the time, and that's that depression hates a moving target.
Mm.
Depression hates a moving target.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. So when you're having a moment, like I said, you when you're depressed, you just want to
Get
be
in the bed, put
depressed
the blankets over
physically
your head, and close the blinds. Everything's dark.
and lay there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that depression loves that. But when you get up and move, it hates a moving target because it zaps the power out of
Mm.
depression when you move. So I just wanted to leave that, share that. And then another thing that I discovered accidentally, and you often talk about looking into the mirror. And we look in the mirror intentionally with
Mm.
the exercises that you called us to do. But there can, like, I I have entered into the restroom in the midst of being having an attitude and saying all kind of stuff in my mind, and I'm washing my hands and I look up and I just see my face. That immediately, it shocked me. It's like, look at you, look at the state you're in. That was made me so aware. And so now I will intentionally, if I'm upset or something, I'll just go look in the mirror. I know
There's
what.
so much healing there.
Yeah.
So much
And I know
healing.
I can say, unwrinkle your forehead and unclench your jaw, but in the when we're meditating, but when I look in the mirror and see that wrinkled forehead and those clenched jaws, it just don't look like God.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah,
It doesn't, does
doesn't.
it?
And so, I don't know where that might fall, or it just, might be a different,
That
different.
falls in there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. One of the things that I thought about with the distress part, um, Yeshua, which is Jesus, when he found out that his cousin had been beheaded,
Mm,
and it said he was broken and sad, and he went away. You talked about that movement. He went to be alone,
mm,
you know. And so his expression, you saw his character or his expression a lot of times when he was happy and when he was disappointed, when he was grieved.
mhm.
And so we can't be so strong that we feel like we are not the same.
Right, right. And
Yeah,
I speak enough about that to know, like, yes, uh, I don't know if you can hear that lawnmower,
yeah, it's fine though.
but to be with our feelings, to express our feelings, to be sad, that's just an important part of the process. That's the mindfulness, just being aware of what you're really thinking and what you're really feeling.
Yeah,
We're human, and we always want to honor those feelings. We just don't want our feelings to take us somewhere.
don't
um,
want to stay there.
we don't want to
Mhm.
stay there. We want to
Mhm.
we want to acknowledge them, feel them, express them, and then get the information
Yeah,
that they bring with them, and then we can move forward in our healing.
that's true.
Healing.
Don't stay there. Don't get stuck.
Right.
Don't
Mhm.
get stuck.
Yeah.
So I know I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I wanted to bring this up.
Oh,
Oh, I guess
that
it's about,
that's my website.
yeah, but it's not coming up. Uh,
Uh, yeah, I don't. I recognize it, of course, and then I see, but I can talk about it.
okay.
The website is encouragementcounseling.com, and everything I do at this point is on there. I can provide therapy using insurance or private pay to residents of New Jersey. So that would be the official tissue, as they say, therapy experience. While I can support in other ways, but technically, officially, I can only be your therapist if you live in New Jersey. Um,
Okay.
yeah, you're on the blog
I
section.
see.
That is very lean, but that is one thing God is calling me to get back into, to write. Um, Not just books, but different articles, and share the kind of information that I share here.
Hmm.
I did write a self love devotional. It is a devotional, not just a journal, because it's meant to be done in the presence of the Holy Spirit, so He can reveal things to you while you're going through it. And even though I wrote it,
Hmm.
I revisited, I'm ministered by it through Him. Every Tuesday, most Tuesdays, I offer a meditation, um, a faith based meditation. It's called the Mind
Okay.
Living Community. It is open and free to all
How do you join?
this calendar year. You just come on. The
Oh,
link is right there on the website.
oh, okay. And I
I
put it in there.
The link is on the website.
Hmm.
The Zoom link. Um,
Okay.
and once if you show up, and you can provide your number, and then I would put you on a contact list and send out reminders and that kind of thing. Um,
Okay.
I will be expanding in the future. The goal is to it being an actual community where we do meet out. We read books together and just go deeper in the mindfulness practices and things.
Okay.
But for now, it's a weekly meditation at 9 p.m. every Tuesday,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
so that's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that's it for now.
Okay. Well, thank you.
That's it for now. Thank you for sharing that. Um,
Yeah, no
here's
problem.
my daughter and I have a podcast, and we do
Oh,
a creative paint and breathe experience that we'll be sharing or facilitating. But that's not there. But just
right.
stay tuned. It's all coming. You can find us on YouTube though. We did start our podcast,
Right.
the Mommy and Me tour, and we have been on Leslie's Lessons Learned.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Everybody doesn't know about it, and so I wanted to make sure that we let them know that it is available. And so Pastor Daphne said she found it. So
Okay, awesome.
so listen, I want to thank you for uh, just being here today and taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us and share with us. And so, as you shared, we're going, was it the modes? We're
Oh,
going to work on that. And anyone that comes in afterwards, thank you for sitting and listening. We hope, and I don't hope, I believe that there's something that Teresa has shared that will cause you to be able to be more stable in your walk, stable in your life, to help you. You might be in a low place, and in that low place, she's giving you some ways to come out. Don't stay in the bed. Don't keep the covers over your head. Open up the blinds, shake yourself off, and get
mm-hmm.
up, because life is so much better when you do it in enjoyment.
Amen.
So,
Thank
anything else, Teresa?
you. No, that will be it.
Well, thank you, and we will see
Thank
you on Sunday at 9 a.m. Minister Elder Wanda and I will be on. So we look forward to seeing you there. And to all those that are here, thank you. Pastor Daphne, Alfreda, Dana, um, I think those are the ones I see. And anybody else that I did not call out is only because I didn't see your name. And so have an amazing day. Be blessed. And remember, you don't have to go through anything by yourself. There's
you.
community, there's people, and there is also the Father. The most important thing is the Father. Have a relationship with Him. Seek
Mm,
His face, just like David did. He said, I'm going through, but can I hear? Can I see you? Can I see your blessings? Can I see your mercies towards me? And that they would, his mercies endure forever. And he just talks about the goodness of the Lord. So
mm.
we don't want you to neglect the fact that your spiritual walk, um, we desire that you have one if you don't. So until we see you next time, have an amazing day and be blessed.
Thank you. Bye bye.